Hey, get ready with me. I'm going to talk about something I saw in a recent Hank Green video. He was talking about the recent Blue Origin explosion, and he did some math and had a take about somebody's comment on Threads that gave me enough concern to make this video. In and of itself, your video was fine. You had your usual Hank Green charm, and you did math, and it was educational, and for the most part, everything you said was true. Sorry about the extreme close. But see, where my concern comes in is where he talked about this comment that somebody made about Jeff Bezos emitting so much CO2 while they were trying to recycle a yogurt cup. For anybody who hasn't, I recommend you go and watch Hank's whole video. This is not a Hank Green takedown video or anything like that. I've been watching his videos for a lot of years. I like him, and I like the stuff that he does. I think it's very educational, and this is not for drama or for garbage. It's just that Hank did something that I've seen happen with AI a lot. Not that he's using AI. I'm talking about this thing happens when people use AI where the answers seem trustworthy until it starts talking about something you know about. And Hank started talking about something that I know about. His response to the recycling thing was, "Hey, your recycling is still worth it. We get rid of a lot more in recycling than this person blew up." But he missed a very serious point, and that point being that we have people to build rockets, and they're way better at it. And that maybe we should not be giving the job of building rockets to billionaires because they are clearly bad at it. And they are undermining quite a lot of our recycling efforts by destroying rockets like this, and it keeps happening. Elon Musk is blowing up rockets. Jeff Bezos is blowing rockets. Blowing up rockets, by the way. The real problem here is that the issue of giving this job to people who are clearly bad at it and clearly only have a profit motive. He didn't touch on that, not at all, and that really gave me a lot of concern. It's probably important that I establish some qualifications here. I have been an engineer for 25 years. I have recently ended my, or for the most part ended, I'm not sure, I might get back into it at some point, my career in engineering to pursue a career in as an author and an artist. But I was an engineer for 25 years. I did radar and radio frequency engineering. That basically just means I worked on antennas and radios and cables and stuff like that. And obviously, as a good little trans girl, I did a bit of programming. The ships that I worked on release or they use about 1,000 to 2,000 liters per day. And it's a lot, but doing my job, I was able to increase the efficiency of their connection to their charging ports, which means that they were running on Norway's clean electrical grid, which gets their energy from water and wind. And they went from using thousands of liters per day per ship to using zero. One group of three ships in particular is what made me start doing this math in the first place, because they told me that they went from using 1,000,000 crowns per day, that is about $100,000, not a day, per week. They use about $100,000 per week on diesel, and I got them down to zero. It was me. It was not the company. The company had been working there for years. They did not reduce the company's use of diesel until I got there, and when I got there, their diesel use dropped to zero. That's why I have both the qualifications and the interest to talk about this. One of the best things that we can do is to reduce the amount that we allow billionaires to throw rockets up into space. They keep blowing them up. They keep wasting all this fuel. And while he's not wrong that the fuel would get used anyway, or that that CO2 would get used or wasted and thrown up into the environment anyway, it would take longer and it would actually be useful. And that matters a lot because when you just say, "Oh, we're recycling and we're doing a good job already," you can convince people that they don't have to do anything. And we really do need to be doing things. We do need to be fighting, and we do need to be reducing the incentives for billionaires to throw rockets up into space. We do need to fight these fights, and it is absolutely worthwhile to point out just how wasteful they are. The idea that we shouldn't be fighting to get billionaires away from rockets is not a good one. And making a video where you present the argument, the case that like, oh, we're recycling a lot of aluminum and that takes a ton of CO2 out of the environment. While it is true and your points are valid, I think it can have a hopefully unintended side effect of convincing people that there's not a fight to fight and that, we're already doing more than enough. And, you know, hey, we're doing a great job. And like, there's still quite a lot to do. And I think one of the most important fights that we need to take on is the idea that maybe we should stop these guys from throwing rockets up into space. They only have profit as a motive. They don't care about us or our planet. They don't care about our opinions or our fights or our survivability. They don't care about us at all. And it's not about liking Jeff Bezos. You made the point that maybe the person just said that because they didn't like Jeff Bezos. I don't know Jeff Bezos. He might be a nice guy. He might be the coolest person on the planet. I don't know. I've never met him. But what I can say with a fair amount of certainty is that he is doing harm. And we should stop him. And we should not minimize the harm that he does by telling people that we're recycling aluminum, because we also need to stop him from building rockets because he is wasting so much time and energy and it could be put to better use. He's going to be fine. If we stop him from building rockets for the rest of his life, he will still be a billionaire. If we make him not ever touch another piece of technology, his life is going to be amazing. We're not going to hurt Jeff Bezos. So stop helping him, please. People listen to you, man. I've listened to you for years. I've been a fan for a really long time. I just think that it's really important to be careful what you're saying because you do drive people's opinions quite a lot. And when you say we're doing enough, people will think that we're doing enough and they won't do anything and they won't fight any fights. And our planet will continue to get hurt more and more. So let's keep on fighting this fight. Let's make it harder for him to make more rockets that blow up because industrial emissions matter. Thanks.